Across the windswept plains of ancient Persia, nearly 3,000 years ago, a spiritual awakening quietly took root, an awakening that would change the course of religious history. This is the story of Zoroaster, also known as Zarathustra, the prophet whose teachings offered a beacon of hope and moral purpose in a world gripped by uncertainty. The time and place of Zoroaster's birth are shrouded in mystery. Most historians place him in northeastern Iran or perhaps Central Asia around the 2nd millennium BCE, a period marked by shifting tribes, ritualistic polytheism, and the ever-present struggle between order and chaos. Into this world was born a man whose insights would reshape the landscape of belief and ethics. Zoroaster was born into a society dominated by the worship of numerous deities, each thought to control an aspect of the natural world. The rituals of his time involved elaborate sacrifices and a strong sense of fatalism, a belief that life's course was inescapably dictated by the whims of gods. Young Zoroaster grew up steeped in these traditions, but he was not content to simply accept inherited truths. From an early age, he displayed a restless intellect and a deep concern with the cosmic struggle between good and evil. As Zoroaster reached adulthood, his questions only grew. He trained as a priest, mastering the sacred texts and practices of his people, but he felt the rituals lacked true moral guidance.
Why, he asked, should the gods crave sacrifices of animals? How could the world's disorder and suffering be justified if only fate reigned supreme?
Zoroaster longed for answers that would satisfy both his reason and his conscience. According to tradition, Zoroaster's life changed forever at the age of 30. One day, as he knelt beside a river to collect pure water for a sacred ceremony, he experienced a vision. Before him appeared Vohu Mana, the divine good mind. Zoroaster was led into the presence of Ahura Mazda, the wise lord. Here, he learned a truth that would light the path for generations, that there is but one supreme deity, Ahura Mazda, who is wholly good, wise, and just. Zoroaster's revelation was as radical as it was transformative. In place of countless rival gods, he saw one creator at the universe's heart, opposed only by the destructive spirit Angra Mainyu, or Ahriman. The world was no battleground of competing deities, but rather the stage for a great moral drama between truth and falsehood, order and chaos, light and darkness. The prophet emerged from his vision transformed, his mission clear. He began to preach a new path, a path of truth, good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. He spoke of free will, that every person, regardless of status or birth, was called to choose between the way of righteousness and the way of deceit. No longer was fate king. Now the destiny of souls depended on their own choices. Change did not come easily. Zoroaster's teachings threatened the power of the priesthood and the old order. He faced ostracism, ridicule, and even violent opposition. Years passed with only a handful of loyal followers, most from his own family and circle. Yet he did not waver. He composed hymns in praise of Ahura Mazda, known as the Gathas, which became the heart of the Zoroastrian scripture. Fortune finally turned in Zoroaster's favor when he found an ally in King Vishtaspa, a local ruler troubled by illness and disunity. Persuaded by Zoroaster's wisdom, Vishtaspa embraced the new faith and proclaimed Zoroastrianism the state religion. With royal backing, Zoroaster's ideas spread rapidly, inspiring communities to embrace the worship of one just God and the relentless struggle for goodness. Zoroaster taught that humanity should care for the earth, honesty and compassion, opposing lies and cruelty. Fire became a powerful symbol within his faith, not as an object of worship, but as a pure, visible sign of truth and divinity. He outlined the concept of judgment after death. Each soul's deeds would be weighed, and the righteous would meet everlasting joy while evildoers faced consequence. Though much of his life remains a tapestry woven from legend, prophets, and kings, suffering and triumph, the message endures. Zoroaster's vision prefigured many themes later found in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. A single moral God, the battle against evil, the value of choice, and the eventual renewal of the world. Zoroaster's death, like his birth, is obscured by the passage of time. Some accounts say he lived to old age, others that he died violently in his temple. Whatever the end, his legacy proved unassailable. Zoroastrianism became the spiritual backbone of the mighty Persian Empire. Its light carried as far as the Mediterranean and into the meditations of philosophers centuries later. Today, although Zoroastrians are a small community, the echoes of Zoroaster's teachings resound in ideas of justice, moral responsibility, and the eternal hope that truth, in the end, will overcome falsehood. Thus, from humble beginnings on an ancient steppe, the prophet Zoroaster's vision set humanity on a new course, one guided by wisdom, choice, and a faith in the ultimate triumph of good.